My name is Chrissy Smith. This is Nine Lives Energy, and together we energize your body from the inside out. Thank you so much for joining me today for this new wellness thing that I'm going to be offering on my channel, where I go out into the community and I interview people who practice holistic health modalities. And if you have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I have been studying astrology, and the North Node right now is in Pisces, and Pisces controls our feet, and the opposite sign of Pisces is Virgo, and that's where the South Node is. So the South Node is cleaning up all things that are Virgo in our health practices and in our routines. So I like to work with some of these energies, and since I know that the North Node was in Pisces, I knew that I needed to be taking health a little bit more seriously with my feet, and so I made a few appointments with Nancy, who is a reflexologist, which specializes in the hands and feet and tries to work through some of these energy systems in the body in order to alleviate pain and help with a whole bunch of other health issues, which Nancy is going to discuss with us here soon. So without further ado, this is Nancy Grace, and tell us a little bit about what reflexology is.
Reflexology is a holistic, natural healing modality. There are 10 body systems. We all have 10 body systems, and reflexologists believe that these body systems are reflected in the hands and the feet. Hippocrates says that natural forces within the body are the true healers of disease. And as a reflexologist, my job is to find trapped energy so that the energy can move nutrients and oxygen to the parts of the body that may not be receiving the nourishment that it needs. So as a reflexologist, I'm looking for trapped energy, which may appear as discoloration. There may be a texture change, or there may be like a little granule feeling, a little bump. So I look for all these things. I go in exploring what the feet will tell me and the hands.
Okay. So I've also experienced acupressure and acupuncture, and this is a lot more of a relaxation type treatment. Now you're still working with some of these same energy systems, correct? But you're just doing them in a different way?
Well, reflexology, we use a special technique called thumb walking. But again, we're addressing all 10 body systems. So it's a little bit different. And I believe in acupuncture, chiropractics, massage, all that. Mm-hmm. But reflexology addresses all 10 body systems using this thumb walking technique. So with acupressure, you're using sustained pressure. Mm. And with reflexology, it's not invasive at all. Mm-hmm. A person doesn't have to disrobe, so that makes it nice for people who don't want to have to get undressed mm-hmm. for a session. But you're right about the relaxation, because once the trapped energy is released, then that's when a state of relaxation occurs, and homeostasis and balance can be achieved. And that's when the body heals. Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the benefits of reflexology, and who could benefit the most? I mean, some of the experiences that I've had, definitely was through relaxation, and I can attest to that. So what are some other benefits that people have been able to see that you have either worked with, or benefits that you've seen yourself?
Well, anybody could benefit from reflexology. And that's what's so cool, because it complements any other modality you may be using. I'm seeing a lot of people who are under a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. And one client came in, she called for an appointment and was unable to get out of bed. She was depressed and anxious. And with the help, she came, I think, 3 times a week, and saw the benefits of reflexology. She was able to sleep. But we also worked together with her psychiatrist and doctor. So reflexology complements Western medicine, and possibly her relaxed state from the reflexology helped her absorb the medications. I don't know. I'm just, saying that.
That makes a lot of sense.
But after 2 weeks of all of us working together, she was able to take a vacation of 3 weeks, traveling to 3 different countries.
Wow.
So that's an example of anxiety. One of the most miraculous things that happened was a muscular sclerosis. No, that's not right. Multiple sclerosis,
Okay.
sorry. She came in, she could only move the middle finger on her right hand, and she could move her left arm, and she could move her head and talk. But otherwise, she could not move. After her session, she was glowing because she was so excited because she could feel the energy moving as I worked on her hands and feet. She was so excited. When she returned home, she was visiting her sister, so when she returned to New Orleans, I called her because I follow up with my clients to see how they're doing. She was able to raise her right arm 5 inches after having a session, so she was looking for a reflexologist in New Orleans.
That's a huge improvement for someone's health in a shorter period of time. That's amazing.
But the reflexology addresses the mind, body, and spirit. Mm-hmm. So another client was orphaned at age 5. Both parents passed. And after his second session, he came in for his third. And I always check in with my clients. We have like a little, check-in because I want to see how they're doing and what's happening in their life. And I said, what have you noticed? Have you noticed any shifts in energy? And he said, well, I've been a social worker for many years, but I didn't realize I hadn't told my parents that I loved them. Mm. And he was able to have closure with that because he was so young when they passed. Mm. But it was something he had never done, even being a social worker. So having closure, that freed him up energetically. Mm. So another person came in, a very type A person, was just constantly active. And she said that it was the first time that she was able to really relax. Mm. It was during a reflexology session. Another client was dealing with a lot of grief. The lungs hold a lot of grief. She had COVID about 3 times. She had bronchitis. And after she came in for sessions, that really boosted her immune system. And she was able to deal with the grief because she had lost her daughter and father within 2 months of each other. So she came in to build up her immune system and to clear out the energy, the grief in her lungs.
This is just a few stories of people that Nancy has helped. So just imagine what this could actually help you do if you're struggling from any type of situation, because when we can't relax, we have to think about what our day-to-day life is like. We're stressed out and we hold that driver's wheel as hard as we can, white knuckling it through traffic, or we're stressed out about our job and all this bunch of stuff. And tapping into some of these energy systems in a more holistic fashion can help people become healthier and be able to de-stress, because the human body isn't meant to be like that, and it causes people to be diseased. So these are some miraculous stories. Now, do you need to be certified in order to be a reflexologist? How would one, tell that somebody was certified, or where could they find more information about it?
Well, if you want to have true reflexology, check with the American Reflexology Certification Board. You can, they have a website. Also, the North Carolina Reflexology. It's important to find a nationally certified reflexologist because we have a standard. We have a protocol that we follow, and we're supervised by a board. So we know what we're doing. There are contraindications, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can,
Do
get in
more harm
trouble.
than good. Yeah.
Yes, especially with a pregnancy. There are certain areas in the feet that you do not want to bother because of early labor. So, but it's very important to find somebody who has been, gone through school, an accredited school, has a diploma, and has gone through the rigorous certification process.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So, how would someone make an appointment with you, Nancy? I am going to leave her information in the contact box below, but you can tell the viewers here about how they could get in contact with you. What's your website or your email address for that?
My website is SacredSpaceReflexology.org, and my email is SacredSpaceReflexology@gmail.com. And I would like to add, Chrissy, that reflexology is evidence-based. That means that research supports the findings of reflexology.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to share one more thing. My teacher had a client with Alzheimer's, and she worked on the client and actually taught her family the areas to work on. She would do you do an overall emphasis of the hands and feet, but then there are certain areas that you want to emphasize. Where she taught the family how to do that, and there was a substantial decrease in the Alzheimer symptoms after using reflexology. So it is evidence-based.
Well, I can tell you that it's evidence-based because I have used my body as an experiment for all of my life. And so by experimenting with some of these holistic modalities, I can tell you from personal experience that this works. So that is evidence-based. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
No, I'm just very thankful for this opportunity to share, because so many people think that reflexology is just a massage or a foot rub, or I guess that's it, a massage. But it's more than that. It's very intentional, and it's about increasing a person's quality of life using this modality. And I'm using my past teaching experience and working in mental health. It's just a wonderful way for me to serve the community, using reflexology and my past experiences. So I'm thankful to be in a place to do that.
Well, if you live in the Triad area, hit Nancy up at Sacred Space Reflexology. She is worth the drive, and can't take a nap for too long on her table because you have to drive back home. But if you would like a chance to deepen your relaxation abilities and hopefully work through some areas that maybe conventional medicine hasn't really helped, then give Nancy a shout. I'm sure that she would love to help you feel better and get a little bit more relaxed in your body. Thanks so much, everybody. My name is Chrissy Smith. This is 9 Lives Energy, and together we energize your body from the inside out. Thanks so much.